I was 12 years old when my mother died. And years later, I found out the man who abused her didn't just hurt her while she was alive. He tried to erase her even after death. But what he didn't know was that one quiet stranger had already ruined his plan. And because of that mistake, I still have my mom. I was 12 when the phone rang. I still remember the sound. Sharp. Too loud. The kind of sound that slices your life into before and after. My mom had been in a car accident. By the time I reached the hospital, she was already gone. No goodbye. No last hug. No final words. Just silence. At 12 years old, you don't understand death. You just understand that everything safe is suddenly missing. And standing right there, was my stepdad. The same man who had spent years hurting her. Growing up, I didn't have the words for it. I just knew. My mom walked on eggshells. She flinched at raised voices. She smiled less every year. Later, I'd understand the truth. He was physically abusive. And worse, psychologically cruel. The kind of man who doesn't just hit. He controls. Controls money. Controls decisions. Controls people. So when my mom died, no one questioned it when he took over everything. Including her funeral. Including her remains. As I grew older, one thing always brought me comfort. I was told some of my mom's ashes were being saved. For me. I believed, naively, that maybe, just maybe, my stepdad had done one decent thing. I imagined it. A small urn. Something I could hold. Proof that my mother existed. Proof she was loved. It helped me sleep at night. It helped me survive. Years later, the truth surfaced. And it shattered me all over again. I learned that when my stepdad arranged the cremation, he told the cremator he wanted all of the ashes. Every single one. No portion for me. No portion for my family. No portion for her mother. Nothing. Why? Because control didn't stop with her death. Here's the part my stepdad never planned for. The cremator knew about me. Knew my mom had a child. And when my stepdad insisted, coldly, that he alone would take everything, the cremator felt something was wrong. Deeply wrong. So quietly, without saying a word, he did something incredibly human. He set some ashes aside. And he gave them to my maternal grandmother. No paperwork. No announcement. Just compassion. A silent rebellion. Then came the final betrayal. Without telling anyone. Without inviting her family. Without even mentioning it. My stepdad held a private gathering. And he let my mom's ashes go. All of them. Or so he thought. Not as an act of love. But as an act of erasure. So we couldn't keep her. So we couldn't mourn her. So we couldn't say goodbye. He didn't just want her gone. He wanted us powerless. When I found out, my hand shook. My chest tightened. It felt like she died again. I imagined him standing there, deciding, once more, what we were allowed to feel. I wanted to scream. But then, I learned something else. I still have my mom's ashes. He doesn't know. He will never know. Because the one thing he tried hardest to steal, our final connection, is the one thing he failed to destroy. I have them. And every time I hold them, I win. There was no shouting match. No confrontation. No dramatic revenge scene. And that's what makes it perfect. Because he lives his life believing he succeeded. Believing he erased her. While I live mine knowing the truth. That he was stopped. By kindness. By empathy. By a stranger who chose to do the right thing. And every time I think of that, I feel peace. Some people think power means control. But real power? Is love that survives cruelty. Memory that outlives abuse. And truth that doesn't need to be shouted. If this story hit you in the chest, tap that like button. Share it with someone who understands quiet strength. And tell us in the comments, do you believe karma always finds its way? Subscribe to Story X Daily for more real stories that prove one thing. You can't erase love.